there's any personal beef with Stanley Nwabali, I should be the one defending him. It comes from my local government. It's about 20 minutes drive from my house to Stanley Nwabali's house. So it's not a question of you're being too critical. We're just stating things as they are. Stanley Nwabali is a very good goalkeeper. I remember the uproar, not uproar, the celebration that greeted his invitation to the team, and when he performed really well, he performed incredibly well in the last AFCON, cemented that number one position where we had issues with Stanley, with Uzoho, and the other goalkeepers. There was Akpeyi and the like. After Kali Keme, in fact, after Vincent Inyama, there was Kali Keme. Yes, okay, we have a good goalkeeper, but Kali Keme suffered what he saw. I wonder why he has not been speaking. I wonder why he has not been around this team. The man just disappeared. Kali Keme suffered what he suffered and had to leave football, and we were thrown into a goalkeeping crisis. God brought us Stanley Nwabali. He's been fantastic. He's a very good goalkeeper, no doubt. But there's a thin line between mistakes and carelessness. Like I said yesterday, mistakes, yes, we can forgive mistakes. But when the mistakes are a result, they're no longer mistakes when they're out of carelessness or recklessness. Someone said this morning, I read somewhere, someone said in one of the platforms where I belong, where we discuss football, said Stanley Nwabali is bold. There's no doubt about that. He's bold, he's brave, he has this, when in a man, when you see Stanley, you don't say you see man for post. Yeah. No doubt, we love all that about him. Yeah. But the issue is with his recklessness. There's something that switches off, in Stanley in big games, during games. I don't know why it's like that. We saw it against Lesotho. We saw it against Rwanda. We saw it against Rwanda. I'm coming to that. We saw it against Rwanda in Uyo. We saw it against Lesotho in faraway South Africa. We saw it against Gabon 2 days ago. We were 2 goals up, 3-1 in the extra time. After we had considered what I termed was a very soft equalizer. It was nobody's fault. It was a deflected shot. He could beat anybody. He could beat the best goalkeepers in the world. But I felt like the man that took that shot, Lemina, shouldn't have been left alone at that particular time of the game. It was almost the last kick of the game. So we fell to that, and we considered that equalizer. Went to the extra time, scored 2 beautiful goals. Scored the winner from Ejike and one cushion from Victor Osimhen. And now, at that point in that game, it was about 5 or 6 minutes left to play, or 7 minutes left to play. That's not the time to begin to be reckless. The first time it happened, he sustained an injury. I think it was early in the first half or so, where he wanted to clear a ball and he was injured, and he almost left the second half. The second half, he almost left the pitch, and then he signaled that he wanted to leave. And then the physios came on, the medical guys came on, they did what they did, and then he had to stay back. Beautiful. But then, it happened again in the last minutes, in the dying minutes of the second half of extra time, when we were relaxed. Yeah. He wanted to put us back in. We were watching that game in tension. Everybody was tensed. Why put us back in that position of tension again by being reckless with what was very harmless? Had that ball gone in, Victor, it would have given the Gabonese a belief, a race. It happens in football, and then we would have played the last 5-6 minutes of that game under enormous pressure. Our goal, our defense line would have been bombarded with area balls, and sometimes these area balls, you deal so well with them, you can deal beautifully with 7, and the 8th one could just cost you. One drop ball somewhere, one person fails to do what they're supposed to do. Oh, this one will think this one wants to do, the other one goalkeeper will think this one is coming. There's confusion in the box, there's goal mouth scramble, and the ball ends up in the net, and we'll have 3-3. And then it's penalties. We know it's anybody's game, and the game is won. So there was no need at that point to do that. Hit the ball as far away from yourself as possible. But no, he chose to hang on. So recklessness is his problem. And I think whoever is in charge of the goalkeepers in the Super Eagles, I think they are failing to tell Stanley the truth. He's a very good goalkeeper, no doubt. He's brave, beautiful. He's bold. Every team wants a bold goalkeeper. I want my goalkeepers to be bold. I want my goalkeepers to have a presence. I don't want my goalkeepers to be bullies, bully the attackers, but don't be reckless. Do that in battle, not when you've won. You don't need to be a bully when you've already won. Do it in battle. You're going for area balls, guard your territory. It was what cost Manchester United a lot of goals and points, and we all cried out. A lot of people, faithfuls and even neutrals alike, cried out about the goalkeeping situation in Manchester United. We had that institution in Super Eagles. Stanley Nwabali is that goalkeeper that would he commands the area well. But please, he should stop being reckless. It's going to cost us if it's not it's not addressed, and it's going to cost us big.
Well, sometimes it's just like